Let's talk staff positions at community colleges and universities. Now, I know I usually do videos around university professorship, but I want to talk with you specifically about staff positions today, because as we look at the landscape of all the changes that are happening in higher ed right now, there's a lot of job insecurities that are happening for faculty members, especially those faculty that are looking for full-time tenure track positions at institutions and postdoc positions. So while I know that you had your heart set on a faculty position, let me give you some advice around staff positions, give you a little information about it, because you may not have thought of it, but it may be a better fit for you, especially right now. So in today's video, I thought I'd cover specifically what are staff positions, where they're located at institutions, and the different types that you'll find in different places throughout the institution. Stay tuned. Greetings all, Dr. X here. Good to see you. All right, so I've worked in higher education for over 30 years now, and I've been in staff positions, administrative positions, as well as faculty positions. So I want to talk with you today specifically about applying for staff positions. Now, this is going to be a two-part video. On this first part, I'm going to cover the what and the where and the why of it all. And then on the next video, I'll actually show you how to go through and apply for a staff position. But let me give you what I mean by staff position so that you understand where I have a common understanding about what I'm talking about. So for me, a staff position is any part-time or full-time position that is not administrator level, not an executive level position, but instead it's a part or full-time position that is not a faculty position, but that works for the college or university. Now, you'll get a better understanding of what I'm talking about as I go through and share some of the position types. But I thought I'd start off by telling you of the benefits of being a staff member. In particular, it's this first one for me, the first couple for me. At most higher education institutions, or at a lot of them, you get the benefit of free tuition for you, your spouse, or significant other, and your kids. So I'll say that again. A lot of higher education institutions will give you free tuition for you, your spouse or significant other, and your kids. Now, this is really big for those of you that have children that are looking to get their tuition paid, working at a college or university. If that is one of the benefits, it makes it worthwhile to work there in a staff position. Now, adjunct faculty at most institutions don't benefit from this. Full-time faculty members will. But in staff positions, it makes it extra good because you get that free tuition. You may also have tuition reimbursement for other institutions. So let's say you're working on your graduate degree and you're going to a different institution than the one you work at. If your institution provides tuition reimbursement, after you finish your classes, you go through whatever their requirements are, you turn in your grades, and you can get your tuition reimbursed. So that's another benefit of being in a staff position. Health insurance, of course, and all the regular benefits, and you get a regular paycheck 12 months out of the year at most staff positions. So anyway, those are just some of the benefits, not all of the benefits, but some of the benefits of working in a staff position. Something to think about as I go in and start talking with you now about those positions. Okay, so first I'm going to break up the institution like it's three different parts. There's going to be a fourth part I'll talk about briefly, but for right now, imagine your university or college or your community college is broken up into three parts. There is administrative services, there's student support services, and there's academic affairs. So when I think of institutions, I think of them broken up into these different areas. And so the first thing I want to talk with you about is staff positions in administrative services. So what do I mean by administrative services? Well, these are the departments at the university or community college that are essential for the smooth and efficient operation of the institution. They typically handle the business, financial, human resources, physical infrastructure aspects. All of those support the academic and student missions of the institution. So now let me talk with you about student services and what I mean by student services. Student services at most universities and community colleges, they encompass a wide range of departments, and they're designed to support, guess what? Students, right? And it supports students both in their academic ventures, it supports students personally, and even in their professional development. Now, next up is the third part of the institution, which is academic affairs. So the departments that fall under academic affairs are primarily focused on the institution's educational mission. They're really there to support the quality of academic programs, and they're set up to support both faculty and students when it comes to teaching and learning, all right? So academic affairs, at least from my definition of it, really is focused on the teaching and learning aspects of the institution. The fourth area I told you I'd mention just briefly, the fourth area I'm calling other or president's office. So the president's office and the president's structure usually provide support services and staff for the foundation, for example. So the foundation will report to the office of the president, governing board support, and trustees. So when you look at that fourth part of the institution, you'll see that there are staff in those roles as well. So now I thought I'd take a couple of minutes and give you a list, give you some titles with a one-sentence description of what that staff position may be. Here are a list of different types of positions. So let me just say, I'm starting with administrative services. I'm following the same flow that I've been going in this video, but I have set up a place on my Google Drive where you can print or download a full copy of the list. Now, I'm only going to give you a couple of the positions right now. On this video. It would take too long for me to include all of them, but if you'd like a copy of the list that I'm putting together, me and Gemini put together, please follow the link that I'll leave below to get that. All right, so let's go with administrative services positions first. Okay, so that was a list of some of the kinds of positions that you will see in administrative services. Now, let me give you a couple of the kinds of positions you might find in student services. Okay, those were some of the kinds of positions you might find in student services. Now let me show you some of the staff jobs you might find in academic affairs. Okay, and that was some of the staff jobs you might find in academic affairs. Now, like I said, I worked with Gemini, with Google Gemini, to get some staff job titles accompanied by one-sentence descriptions that I've put together in a Google Doc. To view the list, including having the option to download or print it, please follow the link that I've added to the description below. 2 quick tips before I end today's video. Each job has different job requirements. So tip number 1, you'll need to read the job announcement closely to know if you meet the position's minimum requirements. And 2, you'll need to tailor your cover letter for each and every position. Now, I'll talk about that, more about that in the next video. I'll also talk with you about where you can find job postings for these positions, the difference between a resume and a CV, and which you should use for each position. and tips for applying for those staff positions. Okay, that's it for today's video. Don't forget, if you have any questions about anything I've covered in today's video, go ahead and leave those in the comments. I'll also leave a link in the comments below to the next video that's coming out at the same time this one is, that tells you about applying for those positions. Thanks for watching and have a terrific week. Hey, thanks so much for watching today's video. I appreciate you engaging with the content here on The Womanist Scholar. Now, if you haven't already done so, please feel free to click the like button and also think about subscribing. That way you'll be notified whenever another video like this one comes out. Thanks so much for watching and have a terrific day.